Leo, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-October 2024. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you beautiful people out there. So let's get right down to business as always and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes into the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Leo collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going. God, Spirit Team, talk to me. What do we got for these lovely Leos here in mid-October? It's Libra season. What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Leo, please. In mid-October, the energies were looking okay last week. Let's hope that still continues. Talk about that a little further in. Let's see what we have. First card, please. What's going on here? There we go. Thank you. Nice. Now, this is an energy I often see connected with water signs. So if you're connected to a water sign, I mean, this could be really signaling them. But that doesn't have to be the case. Love this card, love her hairdo, love the energy that it projects. But before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the October subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, into the reading. Let's talk about our friend over here with that awesome, stylish hairdo. So we see this lady. She's in front of a sewing machine, it looks like. She's holding a golden thread, and the rainbow is coming forth. And when I see this, I do think of a very hands-on, creative builder type of energy, which is nice. Now, also with symbolism, when we're looking at threads, when we're looking at sewing machines and stuff like that, we do think of repairing things. So just know in this time for a lot of Leos, there could be certain situations that you could repair or make right or even improve. But to me, this is a big one around creativity and expressing yourself. So if you're going through a tough time, if you're having some difficulties or whatever might be going on, you might need some sort of outlet for that energy. That's what this card tells me, especially with the golden thread and the rainbow, because good things can come from it. Having a healthy, proper outlet for intense energies. And I will say this, for all the fire signs this week, I've been picking up a lot of intensity, so I'm sure it's going to show up within yours as well. But we're just going to put her down for now. And by creativity, that could be writing, that could be art, you name it, poetry, whatever it is you like to do, music. We're just going to let her chill right there, though. And yeah, let's get into tarot. And I always say the first card here, it doesn't make or break the reading, it's just a footnote. So yeah, let's get these three cards in the upright, then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for the beautiful Leo collective here, my guides. And yeah, while we shuffle this up and get it ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. It was titled Big Victory Incoming, and there was my biggest card of victoriousness showing up. So I always say wins and victories come in all different shapes and sizes, right? Sometimes it could be monetary, sometimes it could be in relationships, you know the deal. But there was a very positive energy starting to flow in. So hopefully something nice happened for you. And that energy could still continue on for a couple weeks. But let's see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid. It's never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or someone that you're linked to. Let's get it going. 3 cards for the lovely Leos. What's happening in mid-October? Thank you. Okay. All right. So we're starting off with a powerful karmic energy, and this is a card of patience as well. I like the 7 of Pentacles. I mean, it's not the fastest moving energy, but there's a big oomph behind it. Let's get a couple more out here. What do we have? Okay, 5 of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, now a lot of earthy energy, which I wasn't expecting. Okay, so let's get one more. I mean, a lot of you could have that big money focus, business focus, stuff like that, material world. Okay, we do have the 10 of Wands. Okay, the energy of repairing that we're picking up with that first card is coming back to mind when we have this 10 of Wands. Okay, these cards here on the back end are not the most savory. They're not the easiest energy, but they don't have to mean that the whole reading is getting flushed down the toilet. But let's go through piece by piece and really start to build this out. But yeah, at first look, first glance, I'm looking down here. Yeah, we got some fire on the back end. I always like to look at the elements first. Very strong with the earth, with 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles. And as I mentioned, Pentacles, that represents being about your Pentacles, money situation, finances, home and family, like material world things. We're not talking about etheric things when we have Pentacle energy. It can be a slow mover. So when we go from like the Seven of Pentacles to the Five of Pentacles to the Ten of Wands, there could be something or someone that's trying your patience a little bit. I'm just going to say it flat out like that. So just watch out. There could be someone getting on your nerves a little bit. But let's go through piece by piece and really start to build it out, because that's far from the only message. There can be a lot of good pulled from this, especially with the clarification. But position number one, we are starting with the Seven of Pentacles. This is a card that has a lot of subtle energies connected to it. It could connect to nature. It could connect to having patience or needing patience with a situation, whether you're doing good at it, it's somebody waiting for something. Okay, so whether you're happy about it or whether you're not, this is one of my cards of healing as well, because this person just waiting patiently as these pentacles blossom. And I can't help but notice it's like this person has their back to the Five of Pentacles, that person has their back to the Five of Pentacles. There could be a situation that you're just putting out of your mind in this time. That's just a little intuitive message. We're trying to keep it off your mind. Now, I also say when it comes to the Seven of Pentacles, yeah, there's payoffs, there's rewards, there's good things that could come from it. This is one of the biggest karmic cards. It's a card of reaping what you sow. What you put forth, you get back in return. Okay, so whether it's someone you're connected to going through something karmic, or we'll just have to see when we clarify. This could be a very good card, but again, it's waiting on something. Okay, now moving to the center, we have the Five of Pentacles, not the nicest, softest energy. And you see the imagery there. We have those two people. They're out in a snowstorm. They're outside that door. And I always like to give the positive and challenge of every single card. This is a huge focus on your monetary situation or work. So in this time, for some of you, there might be something about situations involving that where you're like not really happy about it. The Five of Pentacles could be spirit telling you like, hey, Leo, save up. So if you're saving up for a big purchase, or maybe you need to just check your budget when this card is here. But when we're talking interpersonal relationships, that's where this can really start getting rough, because it could represent isolation. It could represent loneliness. It could be sadness, anxiety. It could even be anger sometimes when this card is here. In its roughest case scenario, it's feelings of abandonment, like someone feeling like they were left behind in one way or another. Not saying that's you. It could be someone you're connected to. And there's a bit of loneliness here with this card. Now, the really good thing about the Five of Pentacles to me is that it's not a final destination. This isn't a situation where it's like, okay, that's it, completely done and over with. To me, it's like, yeah, this could be a problem or something that pops up, but it's not the final result. Okay, so that's the silver lining to that card. Now, getting to the back end, we do have the Ten of Wands. You see this individual, they're holding that big bundle of wands, and usually they're walking up a hill when they're depicted here. The positives of this card is that it could represent determination. Once I have something in mind, once there's something I want, I do not stop until I get that. Whether it's easy, whether it's rough, doesn't matter to me. When my mind is made up, it's happening. That's what this card represents. When the going gets tough, I get going. But it can also be a challenge. This card does link into burden. So again, whether it's a monetary thing or whether it's an emotional thing, this is a heaviness that somebody's experiencing. So especially next to this Five of Pentacles, there could be someone in some sort of very deep emotional feeling when all this is connected together. The challenge of this, it could also link into physical vitality. So make sure you're getting proper rest and relaxation, recharging those batteries when this card is in the mix. And I also say when it comes to the physical vessel, this card does connect to that, and it could be spirit actually even pointing to areas like the neck, back, and spine. So like make sure you're not holding tension there when this energy's in the mix. But yeah, I feel like we have a mixed bag. We're really going to have to clarify to get some more deeper meaning. So let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for my lovely Leos, please? What's happening? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on that 7. And yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Leo, you could drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, let's get this 7 of Pentacles here. What is the 7 of Pentacles doing? Thank you. Okay. All right, something could be swinging back around here, Leo. Something could be returning. So whether you're like patiently waiting on something to pop back up, or this could be somebody else. When I see the 6 of Swords in reverse, that is one of my cards of something circling back around or circling the block. Now, I will say this. It could also be somebody waiting something out. Like, I'm going to wait till something settles down. So I'm getting two different messages here. Take whichever one applies. The Six of Swords in its classical form in the upright generally speaks about things getting better, things improving, coming out of the choppy waters into the calm. It's forward movement. So when we see it in reverse, underneath this patient card, it's like, I'm letting things settle down. I'm letting the choppy water simmer a little bit. So this could be somebody laying low in the front end or just waiting something out. But again, I'm also getting that vibe for a lot of you, especially with the karmic energy. And now we have the Six of Swords in reverse. A lot of you, there could be a big return coming in or a karmic return. So just know that doesn't always have to be a person. That could be a similar situation. That could be something you feel like you've already dealt with that reemerges. And I've been picking that up for a lot of different signs for like, especially the last couple of weeks. It's like it's been working its way through the zodiac. So just know there could either be situations that flare back up, or it could even be an individual returning in some way. So we're going to keep moving over. Let's see what's up. Either that or someone's just laying low. So if you're in a mode right now, Leo, where you're just like chilling back, laying low, you're in hermit mode, that could literally be it right there. But let's go into the Five of Pentacles, because I really want to see what the rest of this has. So why is that 5 here? Why is the 5 here? Thank you. Okay, someone might need to get something off their chest. Here's that water sign energy showing up again, especially if you're connected to a water sign. We got the Page of Cups in the upright underneath the Five of Pentacles. All right, so I feel for a lot of you, if there is a situation that you might be working through right now, if you are in any sort of pain or any of the things that I was speaking about with this Five of Cups, when I see the Five of Pentacles, pardon me, when I see the Page of Cups in the upright, it's literally getting something off your chest. So for a lot of Leos, just know in this time, if there's something bothering you, don't feel like you need to bite your tongue. Don't feel like you need to edit yourself. Don't feel like you have to hold back. Because when I see the Five of Pentacles and the Page of Cups, it's like, okay, if you're hurting, if you're upset, or even if it's something minor that's bothering you, speak it. And listen, I know a lot of Leos. I know Leo is not the type to bite their tongue, but for a small portion of you, maybe there is something that you're holding back from addressing when this shows up. I would urge you to, if you're not speaking to the person or whoever's involved in the situation, you might need to vent to somebody. Now, for another portion of you, just know, if there is somebody that feels like they have been hurt or done wrong, when we see this alignment, they're going to let another person hear about it in one way or another. So let's just keep moving. For another portion of you, very small percentage, there could be a person you're connected to where regardless of what's happening, they're always very pessimistic. Okay, so watch out for any individuals like that in this time as well, where it's like, regardless of what's going on, there's always something, or there's always a problem. It's very like picking at something too. So let's keep moving. Let's see what that 10 of Wands has. Lots of different messages showing up here. So why is that 10 in the mix? Then we'll do a quick recap before the shadow. Why is the 10 here? Thank you. Okay. So we have the Tower in reverse. That is another card that links to exactly what we were seeing here in the front end. Okay, so again, if it's not you, definitely somebody else. It's like something wasn't addressed properly and it needs to be readdressed. The Tower is Scorpio energy when I see it. And yes, it's shock, it's upheaval, it's rough things. And when we see the 10 of Wands with the Tower in reverse, this could be someone that's still bearing the effects of a Tower moment, of a fallout of some kind, where it's like, okay, this hasn't fully processed yet for whatever reason. But again, when I see the Tower in reverse, if we're not talking about past towers, to me, it's similar to that Six of Swords in reverse, where it's like swinging back around again, dealing with something again. So with the 10 of Wands, there could be somewhere it's like, do I have to? There could be a certain situation or something where it's like, this is exhausting. It's giving me that type of vibe. But again, I'm getting this big energy of a return, and it could come in rapidly. Okay, like with all the energy I'm seeing here, it's like, oh, well, maybe I won't deal with it. Linger. You're going to have to deal with something at some point. Okay, and again, this could be somebody else's energy. It doesn't all have to be yours. But this is, to me, it's either someone that is still unhealed for whatever reason, or again, something that reemerges very quickly or surprisingly with the Tower. So let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow card. Lots of prominent themes for you this week, Leo. So, I mean, try your best to keep a middle ground. But position number 1, we have the 7 of Pentacles with the Six of Swords in reverse. Like I said, it is tapped into karmic energy, so there could be a situation that might need to be revisited or something returning. Aside from that, I also get somebody trying to lay low. Like, I'm just laying low. I'm going to let that sort itself out. It's like somebody, I don't want to say it's avoidant, but it's like somebody in hermit mode. Moving to the center, we have the Five of Pentacles. I keep calling it the Five of Cups, with the Page of Cups in the upright. Don't edit yourself. Don't bite your tongue. If there's something bothering you, speak it. Okay, so whether you're speaking to the people involved or whether you're speaking it to somebody that you can talk to, I think that's the best route for a lot of Leos in this time. But again, at the same time, for a portion of you, this could be a person you're connected to, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent. It's like always picking, always picking, always picking, always has something to say. Moving to the back end, we have the Ten of Wands with the Tower showing up here in reverse. And to me, that echoes what we're seeing here in the front, where it's like, okay, well, if it's not addressed now, it's going to get addressed at some point, or it's always going to continue to pop up until it's addressed in a proper way. So again, another surprising return-based energy, or this could be somebody that's still holding on to this tower. They're still not fully healed for whatever reason. So please take a screenshot if you'd like to look into that further. See what's in the shadows for you, Leo. Okay, so let's get a good shuffle here. What's happening for the lovely Leos, please? What's going on? And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing. Okay, so let's get you one. And if you made it to this point in reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. All right, let's get this card out here for you, my friends. What is in the shadows? Thank you. Okay, Nine of Cups. So you do get a very positive shadow card here, which is nice. It's kind of like a relief from like some of the heavier energies we were seeing in the main part of the spread. This is a card of wish fulfillment. And yeah, there's a shadow side to this card as well. And we'll touch on that, but I do feel like this is more of a positive one. It's comforting, it's very calm and chill, it's welcoming, it's affectionate. So these are good energies, even if we see them underneath the surface in the shadows. It's more of like reassurance from spirit, like, everything's cool, everything's gonna be fine, don't worry about it, which might be easier said than done. The only challenge with the Nine of Cups showing up as a shadow card is that it could represent indulgence. Okay, so whether it's someone you're connected to where they have an issue with overindulging things, or it's like they only have two speeds, either full stop or full go. This can be an extreme card of indulgence, but at the same time, to me, when I see it, it's that energy that we're seeing in the reading itself turning for the better. So for a lot of you, this could be a very positive shadow card. Hopefully it links to what we were seeing last week. So yeah, Leo, that's what I have for you this week, my friends. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the October subscriber surprise. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can check out my digital calendar for the month of October at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. But for the October subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 2 copies of one of my favorite decks, the Tarot of the Owls. So if you'd like to get your name in for that, it's 2 simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. Second, let me know down in the comments, hypothetically, if you had to get a tattoo of a tarot card, which one would you choose and why? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love. I'll see you again soon.